Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Yeah, we're still working on this thing. What a kid wanted to show you his impressive neck dexterity by looking at you guys in the camera. And we have got, oh gosh, this is a thing now. We got to do this a little. Oh yeah, how about that? Zip zap. Amazingly enough, our gauge is still showing 35 pounds pressure. If that's accurate or not, we don't know. So we're gonna take the gauge loose, see what's going on, see if it, the gauge goes down. And then I guess we're gonna look at changing the reg out. We also might do a throttle body swap. I was thinking about it because I've got a 75. I've got a couple of them actually. That has a EGR delete. Just get this out of the way. It makes the regulator job that much easier. We'll look at that. So let me take this loose, and I think that's about it for what we're going to do today. We're going to try and get this situation squared away a little bit. So see you guys in the next clip. The 86s also have a test port up here, which is very convenient. I didn't even think about it because I'm so used to using the one here on the fuel rail. I mean, down on the line. You're not seeing anything. All right, let me key it on. All right, let's move this out of the way. Let's start it up and see what the fuel pressure does. Better yet, let's see if it will start up. Oh, one other thing too, I need to, it's idling kind of high because I've been messing with the idle. Okay. Went to 40. It went to 40 on the prime, and then as soon as I started it, it shot to like 75. Okay, I popped it right here at the joint. Wow. Went to 50 on the prime, and now and it's like holding it. So, all right, just because I like to work myself and be stupid, I'm just gonna go ahead and change the regulator. Wow, gas is strong. That's early morning stuff. I'm just gonna change the reg, and then we'll see where we're at on that deal. Here's our reg that we're gonna be using. These 30s are gonna end up in there eventually, and then this is the throttle body and stuff. It's got an EGR delete on it. We're gonna put it in and put it on and see how that works for us as well. I mean, we got it, and like I say, it's got EGR delete thing. We could use that on the other one, but to heck with it. We're gonna go ahead and upgrade. Let everything loose, I suspect. Oh wow. I didn't think it would come apart that easy. Wow. It was meant to be. Goodness gracious. 65mm throttle body. Raise your hands if one of your first modifications or a modification on your first heads cam intake car was like a motorsport 65mm throttle body. If it was, welcome to our club. Because it was one of my first mods. I know nobody cares about story time, but one of my very first Fox body was a 79 Capri Turbo 2.3, a 79, 80, 81. I honestly can't remember. It's been a really long time. And it had a, had the turbo 4-cylinder carb, and it had a SROD in it. That was my first Fox body, technically speaking. But my first, and I had it for a while, and I bought it from a car lot, and we had a disagreement about something, and I told them they could have it back. So it was one of those little fly-by-night car lots. I was very young and impressionable. But anyway, my first real Fox body was my black 89 LX that I bought in 1992. It had 46,000 miles on it. And one of the first mods I did was a 65mm throttle body. I had shorty headers, I had pulleys, and I had a gear. I put an H-pipe on it. Had 355s. That car had, pretty sure it had 308s in it. And it was crazy because I put that, the actual first mod that I actually did was I bought wheels for it. I bought a set of skinny, I had some center lines, auto drags, polished. The car was black. Skinnies, and I had 15x7s, and I bought some Sportsman Pros for it. With like 308 gear, that thing would dead hook like $5 grand. So he's like, woo! I put a 355 gear in it, or had a shop do it, and it felt like a rocket ship. I mean, a flat out rocket ship. I couldn't believe how fast it felt. Man, those were the good old days right there. I mean, that thing felt so fast. I can still, in my head, I was waiting at Super Shops. Some of you guys probably remember Super Shops. As a matter of fact, the very first Muscle Mustangs and Fast Forward True Street event winner was a guy that worked at the Super Shops. I can't remember his name. Eric something, I think. Anyway, I was down at the Super Shops waiting on the place to finish my car, to finish the gear, and they came down to pick me up. Bill Ferguson. Bill came to pick me up, and I got in it, and we pulled out of the parking lot of Super Shops, and I jumped on it, and I was like, oh my God, this thing is fast. First gear, second gear, and I let out of it. I looked over at him, my face, I was like, oh my God, this thing is so fast. A stock 5-liter with a K-Net air filter and a freaking 355 gear on set of stickies, fast. Holy crap, those are good old days. All right, that's enough story time. I'll clean that up, and I'm gonna kind of take a look at our throttle body situation. All right, we've got two options here. I can use the thin EGR delete, which honestly I'm already leaning towards, and we've got a thick, I can show you a thick one, but we also have a thin one, both 75s. But this allows a little bit more hook up here, and I think I've got a coupler, a different coupler that'll work. I think I do. Heck, I might have one that Race Parts Solution sends. So anyway, let me get the reg off. Let's do that. Got our reg off. Now we'll go put it on the car. This is what a good time looks like. Oh man. Dang, come on, dude. Man. They have formed an eternal bond. corrosion on this thing. We're gonna know here in a few minutes. So we're fixing to, we'll put this one on, and then as soon as we get it bolted down, we're gonna key it on and see what happens. But I mean, at the end of the day, we're probably gonna eventually do this anyway, and we got it done now. So, all right, we've keyed it on like 3 times. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. Now, granted, it's adjustable, so I'm probably gonna guess we probably had it turned down a little bit while we had it on. It was on Trojan or whatever. So, but this is what we're looking for. So now we can put the throttle body on and fire it up and see where we're at. Garbage. This is why, another reason why I like having a fuel pressure gauge where I can see it for stuff like this. If we would have had one out where we could see, I would have known that from the jump. We're also going to do the, I'm going to put the short block off in, and throttle body deal. So I like having a little bit of extra room where it's not bumping up against the shock tower and stuff, or strut tower, I should say. Got our blower friendly 75 on. And now we're going to finagle around with it a little bit, get this deal on here, and then we're going to fire it up, set our fuel pressure, see how that all works, see how that all works out. Everything out of the way, more or less. Let's fire it up. Fire it up and see what happens, or see if it'll fire up, and then let's see what happens. All right, dude, let's do this. Fire it up. System, I need to find some Allen keys to do this stuff. I'm gonna add some water. We actually need to get some more, but we can at least fire it up and try and get everything set a little bit. See how that works out. Turn the idle down. ain't gotta be mean about stuff. I don't see a bunch of water everywhere, so that's at least encouraging. Like that. Took too much out. I also want to put a mini starter on this thing. I hate these old factory starters. Also like to run enough so we can try and get the thermostat open. Alright, well I'm going to shut you guys off while I'm doing this. I'm trying to get the thermostat to open. Well, I'm wearing a different shirt now, and so that's probably a little odd. That throws you off. We fiddle farted around with it a bunch. We didn't make any progress. We haven't made any progress. The plugs in it are smoked. I mean, they are fouled within, I mean, they're just dead meat. So tomorrow I'm going to pull the plugs out of it and clean the plugs and put that in and see where that gets us. It's just, sometimes it's the simple stuff, and see how that gets us. On a side note, we're making progress. Say this car didn't run and had, there's a lot of unknowns. It's partially pulled apart, and you just don't really know what's going on with what. So, we just gotta work through the issues and see if we can get it kind of squared away. We're getting closer, but I know I'm tired of seeing it sitting right here too. I know you guys are tired of it. I just want to get it running right, fix the brake line or whatever's going on the brakes, and just take it out and rip it up the road one time just to see how it feels. Hey, I'm a man of simple pleasures. What can I say? But anyway, that's going to wrap this video up. I know it's a downer, a little bit of a bummer, but it is what it is. So thanks for commenting. Thanks for subscribing. Thanks for all the ways you guys support the channel. We couldn't do it without you, and we wouldn't want to. Especially, thanks for watching. And until next time on Substandard Leader and Fox Body Zombie videos on this here man's YouTube. One year only Lincolns for drag vans. And as always, fight the good fight against the malicious Dr. Fear. We'll see you guys in the next video.